How do you make the best of this allocation? And this is why this consultation process is very important. And this will guide where Bangladesh health sector should really give the stepping stones, the building blocks that we're going to make for the health sector in the future. Particularly, entrepreneurship in the health sector plays a great role. We all know that. How do we integrate entrepreneurs, health entrepreneurs, into the system is the question. How the entrepreneurs in the health sector fits into the system. We have our diagnostics, we have our private hospitals, we have doctors practicing privately, we have pharmaceutical industries, which is doing well, is growing, and in this budget we have given them big support to develop the API. We are having a separate zone for API. So, and the private sector is growing in its own way. But the private sector and the government must talk to each other. That is what is important, because if they go their own way, both sides, I think the health sector will not really benefit as much. So how do we integrate the private sector and the government activities and the programs that we undertake in the health sector? You see, Bangladesh, unfortunately, the Bangladeshis have been spending, the out of expenditure pocket for health is one of the highest in the world, in Bangladesh, you see, which is so unfortunate. Having so many healthcare systems privately and government. But how do we really put it together for the future building of a health system which will benefit everybody? When we talk about democratization of economy, we actually also include health sector, because it is the right of every citizen to get the health care in support of the government, basically. So we are, of course, we are primarily going into primary health care system, preventive health care system, mobilizing about 100,000 health workers to advise the rural Bangladesh people to how to take care of their health, And private sector and government are already, we have taken decision that how they can work together. The patient from instead of building too many government facilities, how do we bring in the private sector into supporting the load, healthcare load that government cannot take on its own, but the space is available in the private sector. And they have got the space. How do we share this space? This is another area that we are working on, and policy decision has been made on this. So we have total support for that, not just for domestic supply of medicine, but also for export. And equipment, healthcare equipment is another issue that the private entrepreneurship that we are encouraging. In the budget, again, we have given lot of incentive for them to invest in the medical equipment manufacturing in Bangladesh, and which is not that difficult. So I think we are getting a lot of response. The good thing about all the things that I have mentioned, leadership is important at the end of the day. Who drives the whole policy? So we have a leader who believes the private sector-led growth. Actually, this party was founded on the value of private sector-led growth policy. So here we have the private sector, here we have a leader who are driving the country, who are showing us the way, and everybody is working hard, I can assure you. Actually, we all work 7 days a week right now. And we are getting joy out of it. None of us are getting tired. We are getting joy out of it, I can assure you that. Because things are happening in Bangladesh. Things are falling in place in Bangladesh.